Hello. Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm the landlord, Kev Durkan. I'm the landlord of the Fox and Hounds in Caversham. We are a real ale and craft beer pub. We've been open for nearly 10 years now. It's actually our 10th anniversary this summer. We're obviously going to be probably shut for that. But yeah, started off 10 years ago mainly focusing on real ale, and I've moved more into craft beer as the years have gone on. We are totally independent. We are owned by a pub company, but we're free of tie, and which means we get to work with guys like Siren very closely as one of our closest breweries. We work with them as much as we can. We've done various tap takeovers where they come in and take over all our taps. We've got 6 real ale lines and 8 craft beer lines. We then also have 5 other lines which are more for our sort of standard stuff, but we have changed that up over the years as well. So the only big brand we do here is Amstel. The rest of it, we've got Belfast Black from Whitewater Brewing in Northern Ireland instead of Guinness. We've got Ding Lager from a local brewery called Double Barreled. We've got Renegade from another local brewery, and we've got a cider from Mallet's, which is Glastonbury cider maker. So that's our beer setup in the pub. Siren feature very heavily on our lines. We pretty much have had every suspended that they've done in the last year or so. They come to us once a week and drop off to us, and there's always either cask siren or keg siren on our pumps most of the time. Well, it's completely affected us really. We have been shut since the 20th of March. We shut at 6 p.m. Literally an hour after we listened to the announcement that day, and we shut as quickly as we possibly could. That week was quite a struggle for us. Sort of from our point of view, we wanted to close earlier. Really, it started to feel really inappropriate to be open during that time where they were telling people to pubs to stay open but advising people not to go. I mean, we were actually quite busy, and it started really playing, especially with me. I felt really irresponsible being open that week, and if they hadn't called it, I think I would have done that night anyway. I think that Friday would have been the last night we were open. As it was, we decided not to go to full time, and we shut as quickly as we possibly could that day. So yeah, we've been closed ever since. We're doing some growler fills just with some stock that we had, just for a couple of locals. We're not doing a delivery or takeout service as such. So we've been shut, since the 20th, and our staff we furloughed our staff last week. They'd been off anyway. From that point, I didn't make them come into work. So they've been at home anyway. And yeah, it's just basically me and Kerry, and here every day. Kerry works as well. She has another job. She recruits, and she's been recruiting for the NHS. So she's been really busy doing that. And I've been sort of doing stuff in the pub to keep myself busy. It took a little bit of time, I'm going to be honest. The first week, I mean, it was quite emotional when we did shut. Like I said, we've been open every day for 10 years, including Christmas Day. We do 2-hour opening on Christmas Day just for locals, where they all get to come and have a free pint, and we get to say Merry Christmas to people. So we have a half day off on Christmas Day, and we're open 365 days a year. So we shut once 4 years ago for 1 month, and we did a massive overhaul of the pub downstairs and modernised it, as it was well due. So we have a little bit of experience of seeing what the pub is like quiet, but we were so busy during that time. Anyway, it is quite strange to be sat in an empty pub at the moment. So it took us about a week, but we finally sort of kicked into action. We started a few little projects downstairs. I've been basically renovating the whole of our pub gardens, doing all our benches, painting, sanding, doing lots of little jobs as well that you don't get a chance to do when the pub is open all the time. So we've been keeping really busy. Once we got into the swing of it, it's been good. It's good for your mental health to keep busy. I did mention earlier, we've also been doing live streams on our Facebook page from the pub, just trying to keep in contact with our customers, keep chatting to them, see how they're getting on, make sure they're all right. We've got customers from a wide spectrum, so it's good to be able to sort of chat, get some interaction with them. Lots of people are house partying and Zoom partying, which we've been doing a bit of as well. But yeah, we've been doing some beer reviews, I've got a YouTube channel called the Pub Finder, which was supposed to be a pub review site for when we get to go to all these great beer festivals and review a few pubs that people might want to go to, but we're using that just to upload our live streams onto at the moment. So yeah, we're keeping really busy. Garden's starting to look brilliant. We're trying to make sure that when we do get a chance to reopen, the pub can be as good as it possibly can. That's still obviously very up in the air at the moment. There's been a lot of talk today that our industry will probably be one of the last to reopen when we do open again. So yeah, we're getting ourselves prepared for that and trying to get as much work done here as we possibly can. I mean, it sounds like cliche, everybody, I'm not into, repeating the same old line that everybody goes, but I mean, what's happening within the NHS, how can you not be inspired by those people and what they're doing? We know quite a lot of nurses and people in the front line, whether that's, direct in our hospitals or in social care, which is, sort of almost a little bit forgotten. People are who have to go to work and who are putting themselves at risk every day, and you just got to, how can you not be inspired by that? Everybody, the key worker thing is great, isn't it? Because that's sort of been reclassified nowadays, and people who you would not class as key workers are now, you get a bit of appreciation for people in various different positions. I've also been inspired by other people within the industry. We've been working as well on various groups behind the scenes, on the hashtag NoPubNoRent, which is trending on Twitter, trying to get a fair deal for all pubs across all pub companies, and trying to make sure that there is some disparity in our trade at the moment about people who are being helped by pub companies and people who are not. My particular pub company are not helping us at the moment, so we have a big pressure group mounting for that, which we're working on every night. We've got WhatsApp groups, online groups, so yeah, we're all pushing towards that. That's also keeping us busy, and some of the listening to other publican stories is really inspiring as well, because there's so many people involved in this trade, and their stories are all so very different. There's been some absolutely heartbreaking stuff that I've read in the last few weeks or seen online, so it gives you a good motivation to maybe come out of this on the other side with some change in our industry, which is very much overdue. The pub companies have had it their own way for a very long time, and I think if anything comes out of this, it's that publicans across the land are all coming together, and maybe trying to, within that, we're not an island, you know, we work with hundreds of independent breweries, you know, that's the ethos of our business, whether they're local or from around the company through various wholesalers, and you know, that I think it's time we all stood together, really, because what we're all trying to do is independent spirit, really, you know, of how we run our businesses. And hopefully at the end of this there can be some change to our industry, if we all come out the other side of this, and you know, we hopefully all come out of it a bit stronger at the end. Well, having a busy pub is probably one of them. I mean, there's so many things, you know, to see our to see our friends, to be able to see my family who I haven't been able to see, you know, that's obviously huge. Just being able to do that would be massive. You know, I've got an older father who is pretty much on his own. If it wasn't for my sister at this time, my sister is making sure he's okay, but you know, we're just trying to keep in contact on the phone and via various platforms. So yeah, that'd be great. Seeing our customers again, you know, being able to have real chats with people, and I'm personally really looking forward to getting out into our community of Reading. You know, myself and a lot of the landlords in Reading, we all get on really, really well. I'm looking forward to going to some other people's pubs and having a beer, you know, and speaking to some of their customers, and, you know, getting out and just socialising. We're obviously going to have some huge parties in the pub when this does reopen. We're basically stockpiling people's birthdays during this, who have had a birthday during this event, that we're going to have a huge birthday party in the pub for all of those people when we do reopen, and we can get the beer, you know, the sort of beer events that we do loads of, like we do with Siren, we do with various breweries all around the country. I've got a Colonel one which I'm really keen to get back on as soon as we can when we do reopen. I'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, then, you know, I do like to get out and the odd trip abroad, as people will tell you. I'm a bit of a pub bore, really. I do go abroad and hunt out good beer pubs. That's, you know, it is almost like my hobby, really. So that will be great. I've missed the trip to Riga during this time, so trying to rearrange that with a few friends. And really the main thing is people's businesses trying to get back to normal. You know, there's so many people during this. It's not just pubs, it's not just breweries. There's so much independent spirit within Reading and within this community of restaurants and little shops and stuff, you know, and just seeing them being able to come out the other side of it and have a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, getting the Siren deliveries coming back in every Tuesday would be great. So anyway, thanks for having me on. Hope I've covered a few things there. I've recorded this twice and got it wrong both times, so hopefully this is okay. Nice to see you all, and hopefully see you for a beer soon. Cheers.